Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Sorry to keep you waiting for some time. Actually, we had decided to start at 4:30, but I think 4:30 is not appropriate timing. It should have been 6 or something like that, because last time we had the seminar at 6 o'clock. So that time is quite suitable. But anyways, first of all, a warm welcome to you all on behalf of Asad EMS, Asad English Message Service, and PTAC, Pakistan Industrial Technical Assistance Center. And we are grateful to PTAC that they have allowed us to conduct another session here. We had a session last Saturday. Some of you were present, I remember. And now we got another session today. Today we are going to talk about English. May I have your attention, please? If you stop using the tablet, huh? Okay. So seminar doesn't mean down there you have a mobile and mobile is on and you say, okay, the trainer is also going on and my WhatsApp is also going on. So, okay, not like that. Anyways, today's session, it's going to be for an hour and a half, but in 1 hour, 30 minutes, at least I'll give you some insights how to learn English. Although in a seminar like this, I cannot teach you English. If I start teaching you one component, the time will fly away. But I'm going to give you a complete formula, a complete methodology through which you can improve your English language, right? So that's what we're going to do, and I'll share some of my own experiences being a learner, and then being a trainer. I'm going to give you some guideline how you can improve your language skills and all that stuff, right? Before we start, let's have a brief thing here. It is said better English leads to better career. I mean, it's understood if you know English, or if your English is better, it is going to lead you towards a better career. And I would say, unfortunately. Why? I mean, why English, huh? Why not better Urdu, better career, better Punjabi, better career? Okay, so it's basically, you know, it's a sort of a dilemma in our society that if you know English, then people consider you as qualified people. And if you don't know English, even if you are qualified, nobody is going to accept you being qualified, one thing. And second is this, that the accent in which you speak English, people give more importance to that. If you twist your mouth while speaking English, right, if you try to produce some good accent, people are really, really impressed by you, and they think, yeah, this is the real English, and this guy is foreign qualified guy, right? So this is, I mean, what the situation is, I'm telling you. Remember, there isn't any value of plain English. If you speak plain English, it doesn't give you any value. The value comes when you speak at least neutral English. We'll talk about that. What is neutral accent, what is plain accent, and what is British American, and all that stuff. We'll be discussing that as well. So anyways, you all agree better English is going to lead you to better opportunities and better career. That's why I think you are all here, because you think if you improve your English, you can have a better career, right? Let's go forward. I'm going to ask you a question, and the question is, what is your problem in English? Let's do it like this. For a moment, we make this auditorium English clinic, and let's assume you are the patients of English language, right? So, you know, whenever you go to the doctor and you tell the doctor says, what's the problem? And then you tell the problem. And you know, sometimes, have you noticed something funny? We are quite used to certain things. You go to the doctor, you are sick, and the doctor asks you a question, how are you? You say, I'm fine, thank you. Now, actually, you are sick, but you know to answer, how are you? I have to say, I'm fine, thank you. And then you say, nahi, fine, nahi, I have got this problem and that problem and all that. So anyways, if I ask you, what is your problem in English? And you're going to tell me in 1 or 2 sentences that this is my problem, so that I could give you some suggestions and some guidelines to overcome that problem, right? So let's start from there. What is your problem in English? Okay, that's fine. Now, I think almost you have the same problems. Whatever you mentioned, understanding, vocabulary, grammar, accent, these type of things. So I'm going to discuss all these things one by one. The first thing is, we got the psychological factor we want to learn English first and then speak. Whereas it is not possible. You got to learn it by speaking it. It is not possible that if I say, well, I will learn English first, and first I will perfect my English, and after making my English perfect, then I'm going to speak English. That's not possible. Because if you want to learn to ride the bicycle, the first lesson is to sit on the bicycle and start paddling it. I cannot say I'll give you a lecture on how to ride the bicycle, a 2-hour lecture, and then you start and you can go on. So, our approach is wrong. When I'm talking about spoken English, I'm not talking about written English and academic English. I'm talking about spoken English. And as far as spoken English is concerned, the first thing is you need to start speaking English. Do you remember when you were small, at that time, when you were 2 or 2.5, and you started producing some sounds and some words, and those words took the shape of sentences, and then you went ahead, you spoke sentences, and then you started developing your language. Same is the case with English language. If you think, you would start speaking all of a sudden one day and perfect and beautiful English, impossible. So my advice is, start speaking English right away. Don't be afraid to speak wrong English. The people who are not the native speakers, the other day I saw a Chinese speaking Urdu. I think he or she was the ambassador. On TV, I saw that Chinese speaking Urdu. Now, that guy was speaking Urdu in Chinese accent, Chinese dialect. Because your first language is very powerful. It always influences the next language you learn. If my first language is Punjabi, and I learn directly English after Punjabi, my English will smell like Punjabi. So the influence of your native language is too much on the next language you're going to learn, whether it is English. And all over the world, English language does not have one accent. Chinese people speak in Chinese style, we speak in our style, and now the English people, the native speakers, they accept the non-native accent. Now, they have started to say Pakistani English, Indian English, Chinese English, Arabic English. So these type of words or these type of names, they are giving it to the language. So anyways, you need to come out of that fear, start speaking English at a very basic level, and then gradually you are going to come towards a perfection, and language develops slowly over time through practice. Now you need to see, somebody was saying environment issue, we'll talk about that as well, but you need to develop your language through practice. Then we got some sort of fear of unknown. If I speak English and I speak wrong English, then what will happen? You should be brave enough. If I speak wrong English and somebody says it's wrong, I say, okay, so what? It's not my mother tongue. I'm learning. I'm improving. We are afraid of people that if I speak wrong, it's the matter of my ego. It's the matter of my prestige, or it's the matter of, my sort of reputation. But actually, it's not like that. So speak wrong English confidently, but at the same time, you need to learn it also. Otherwise, you will develop the wrong spoken English, and then that can never improve, right? So you need to improve it. At the same time, you can read books. I'll tell you the ways of improving your language, but you need to speak it. Next, hesitation. Do not hesitate to speak English. Again, the same thing. It's your second language, or maybe third language. We start learning Urdu or Punjabi. Then after that, we also learn Arabic, right? And then comes English and, all that. Shyness, lack of environment. Yeah, lack of environment is there. But now things are getting better. I think now there are certain places where you can communicate in English, where you can speak English. For example, you are here. There are certain other forums where you can go and you can communicate in English. You can attend the seminars. There are some free seminars. There are some free workshops. There are some sort of forums where you go. People will communicate in English with you. And even at times when you go for customer service, the customer service people, they are also trained enough so they can speak English with you. So you can create or find the environment. That's all up to you. Lack of vocabulary. Now, this is one of the problems, but let me tell you, there are two vocabularies in English. One is the vocabulary which is what we call survival English. Survival English. Now, what is survival English? I think everybody knows survival English, right? You meet an Englishman and you don't know English, even you know few words for survival. And there, with the help of body language, you can easily communicate those very things. Now, for example, if I want to drink water and I'm thirsty, right? And I've got this glass in my hand, I want to drink water, I would say, excuse me, may I have a glass of water, please? Good English, right? If English is not that good, then I can say, give me water. Give me water. And if my English is not that good, I can say, water. With the body language, me, water. Now still you are communicating, but actually, you know, the third level is survival level, right? So maybe you can start from survival level, but mashallah, whoever is here having minimum metric qualification, vocabulary we have in metric class, metric English book, textbook, Punjab textbook board, that is more than enough to speak good English. If you know that. Basically, it's not the vocabulary. Have you noticed one thing? In the dictionary, in any dictionary of the word, English to English, every difficult word has a simple meaning and explanation. Do you know that? Every difficult word of English language has a simple meaning and simple explanation. Why don't you go for that? Right? Why don't you? And by the way, we Pakistanis, sometimes the foreigners, they complain that Indian people and Pakistani people and non-native people, they speak very difficult English. Even the native speakers, they complain that Indians and Pakistanis, they speak very difficult English. Now, do you know how? If my background is from literature and I learned English literature, especially I read Shakespeare, and I would think Shakespearean English is the current English, and I would learn the words from there, and I would use them in my language, and then people will fail to understand, but then I say, my English is so good. How would you feel if somebody starts speaking Urdu of the era of Mirza Ghalib with you? You won't be able to understand, right? So the thing is, you need to simplify. Even, you know, the foreigners, they speak simple language. You can start from there. For that, you guys can do one thing. There is a small test. You have to do it on your own. You are familiar with Google? Yeah, simply go to Google and write there 3,000 commonly used words of English language. Once you find those 3,000 words, go down the list of 3,000 words and you will be very happy to find that you know more than 95% of those words. More than 95%. I've done this experiment on many students. Usually I ask, what is your vocabulary range? And they say, well, 500 words, 600 words. They come up with this answer. And when they go down the list of 3,000 words, you don't know that actually you know up to 3,000 words. And these 3,000 words are repeatedly used up to 80% in English language. So if you know those words, then your problem is solved. At least 3,000 words you know. But actually, it's just not the words. It's how to use the words correctly. How to use the words into the language, that's the main thing. Okay, then thinking in Urdu, as you said, translation. Who said translation? Yeah, translation. It's a good idea. At the beginner's level, you can translate one language to another, and you know, the language of your thoughts, that is always your mother tongue. You always think in your mother tongue, whether it is Urdu or English or whatever. But it's a good idea to think in the target language. Now, if your target language is English, you know, we always have a self-talk going on. There is a self-talk. I'm talking to myself. The way I'm thinking, if I'm going on the road, even I'm driving, right? I was sitting there, I was talking to myself. So you can try and change your self-talk for 1 hour out of 24 hours. Now you're sitting there, you are thinking and talking about yourselves. Maybe you can change this to English. So this self-talk activity is going to help you out improving your language skills. And then, yeah, let's talk about language centers. There are so many language centers around. Can you find any mistake in this advertisement? Can you see any mistake in this advertisement?
English.
Yeah, English. You can see how did they spell English. E-N-G-H-L-I-S-H, English, right? So these so-called, I mean, if you didn't find a mistake, that you are in a very passive state of learning. Rather, I would not call it a state of learning. You are just sitting and enjoying. Jhule mil rahe hain. Enjoy yourself. Stand up. All of you, stand up, stand up, stand up. We have to change this pattern. We have to break this pattern. So keep standing for 5 minutes. If I'm standing here, you can also stand, right? Anyways, we were talking about these so-called language centers, and you go to the language centers, and there they typically use the word learn to speak that far English or ravani ke saath English, right? These type of things. And once you go there, you realize that you are wasting your money, you are wasting your time, and at the end, you're not getting anything out of that. Let me tell you one thing. In terms of learning English, nothing beats your self-effort. Nothing beats your self-effort. Effort you're going to put in that direction. You are living in the age of science and technology. And you know, this technology is going to enable you to learn English quickly, even without any teacher. You can teach yourselves miraculous things. I have a student, now you can sit down, and I'll make you stand once again if I feel you are passive. I have a student, the other day I met him, and his Android mobile is full of clips on English language. And he was showing me, sir, watch this. Sir, watch this. This is about vocabulary. This is about grammar. This is about this. This is about that. He's got, I think, a complete memory card, and he's downloaded those clips from the internet, and wherever he doesn't understand anything, he asks me for that. Whatever it is, vocabulary, it is grammar, it is pronunciation. And let me tell you one thing. You guys have one great advantage, and that is you can learn directly from the native speakers. I mean, I'm a non-native speaker. English is my third language, right? I can teach you English, no doubt. But the thing is, through this technology, you can directly learn from native speakers. So if you learn from native speakers, obviously your language skills are going to be far better as compared to learning from a non-native speaker, right? This is the fact. Anyways, so we talked about this vocabulary. What do you think? What is the best way to improve your vocabulary? Yes, anyone? What is the best way to improve your vocabulary? Reading, good.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Necessity is the mother of invention, all right? So we need to find that mother who is going to teach us English vocabulary. Anyone else, please? Dictionary, okay. And, yes, please? Newspaper, very good. Anyone else? Come on, or you want to stand up again? Movies. What did you say? Movies. Anyone else? In what? Songs. Yes? Book reading. Okay, that's good. There are multiple sources. Now, it depends. You have to be very careful when you are improving your English vocabulary. Newspapers, it's a good idea. I agree with that. Newspapers, it's a good source of improving your English vocabulary, even dictionary and reading. But let me tell you one thing. Have you noticed, for the newspaper, they have a specific language. For newspapers, they have a specific language, and they use those words repeatedly. Now, how will you feel if somebody is speaking English, and you have a feeling that this is the English of the media, or this is the English of the news channels? Like, you know, in Urdu language, if somebody speaks Urdu using newspaper words, that Urdu will not be everyday Urdu, right? So it's going to give you a strange feeling कि जी ये तो वो अखबार वाली English है जो बोल रहा है, because you'll pick up all the words from there. And you know, for example, if I say a person died, in everyday English I can say a person died. In the newspaper language, they might say 23 people lost their lives, or they have, I mean, the casualty was this, right? So they have a specific wording, and that is not actually used in everyday English. So you have to be very, very careful. Otherwise, your English is going to be the media or newspaper English, and then there you are. As far as the dictionary is concerned, you need to get a current dictionary, but remember, there is a quotation. It says, dictionary is a graveyard. You know graveyard? Yeah, dictionary is a graveyard of dead words. Dictionary is a graveyard of dead words. Dead words are those words which are not part of current English, which are not used at present. So again, you have to be careful. You are teaching yourself the words, and even English people are not familiar with those words. Do you believe that English people know every word which is written in the dictionary? English language has approximately more than 1 million words. Approximately more than 1 million words. Now, do you think English people, they know every word which is written in the dictionary? If you believe that, then tell me, do you know every word which is written in Urdu lughat? Open any Urdu lughat और आपके होशो आवाज ठिकाने आ जाएंगे. You'll get to know there are so many words I don't know. There are so many words we don't even use, right? So it is like that. Dictionary is not a proper place to improve your vocabulary. It's not like, once I had a very emotional student. He said, sir, मैंने पूरी dictionary ज़ुबानी याद करनी है. Yeah, now you see, learning all the dictionary by heart is not going to help you out. So reading is good, but that should be, again, what you read, you have to be careful about that. Okay, there are different ways to learn English. One is grammar translation method. We call it grammar translation method, and unfortunately, we were taught English through grammar translation method. Now we have English medium schools and things are getting better, but still teachers are taking help from the grammar translation method. Grammar translation method is, once upon a time, ek dafa ka zikr hai. There was a lion, ek sher tha. This is what we call grammar translation method. And still, some of us are very comfortable with that. The reason is because we were taught through grammar translation method. So initially, it can be okay if you're comfortable with it, but there are other ways too. Next, we got English as a subject versus English as a language. Use English as a language, not just as a subject, and then your learning abilities are going to be faster. Then we have direct method. Direct method is English into English. How many of you know Spanish language? ¿Hablan ustedes español? Somehow. Okay. See now, using direct method, I can communicate with you all in Spanish language. And then gradually, you're going to develop your Spanish language skills as well. Let me give you a small example. Señor, señor, señora. Señor, señor, señora. ¿Comprende? ¿Comprende? Uno, dos. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Señores y señoras. Señor, señora, señora, señora. ¿Comprende? Escuche. Escuche. Shh. Escuche. ¿Comprende? Bolígrafo. Señor, deme su bolígrafo. Gracias. Gracias. ¿Comprende? Gracias, señor. Papel. Es un papel. ¿Comprende? Papel. Miau. Gato. Miau. Gato. Ruff, ruff. Perro. Miau. Gato. Sí. Excelente, excelente. Ruff, ruff. Perro. Perro. Gato y perro. ¿Comprende? Gracias, excelente. Gracias, señor. See that? And this is just the beginning. How many words did you learn? Around 5-6 words. And how many minutes? 4-5 minutes. And if this is how, if you are communicated every day like this, you will learn so much, right? But for direct method, you need somebody who is the native speaker or who just speaks one language. we learned our native language with the help of direct method. If I speak Urdu, I learned Urdu through direct method. We also call it TPR. TPR is total physical response. So through the physical response, we are learning all these things, right? Okay, learning English into English, we talked about that. Yeah. If you want to learn English, you must improve these are the things you need to improve, and I'm going to tell you how, and then lecture thing is going to be over. It's not all the lecture thing. We have certain activities as well. The first thing is accent and pronunciation. Have you noticed whenever you're going to communicate with somebody who is from Balochistan, native of Balochistan, and they speak Urdu, how do they speak Urdu? Do they speak standard Urdu? Now they speak Urdu, there might be some sort of Pashto style in that Urdu, right? On the other hand, if somebody is from Sindh, and when they speak Urdu, they have their own Sindhi style. You will feel Sindhi, and you know the pure Punjabis, they speak Urdu in their style, right? So the point is, the first thing whenever you learn to speak a language, that is accent and pronunciation. Do not put it in your own way. If you say, well, I'm comfortable with this is how I pronounce it, right? I'm very comfortable with that. It's not that. You need to see what is the standard, right? And when you talk about English, if you speak English in local style, then your English is going to be a sort of, a reason to laugh for others. How would you feel if somebody says, well, I can also speak English. English is not a problem for me. It is quite easy. I can speak English. How do you feel about that, huh? Do you understand me? See that? So this is going to communicate a lot. If somebody speaks English, for example, can you help me? No, you cannot help me. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And in the same way, at times language is spoken, right? Secondly, if somebody says, can you help me, please? Can you help me, please? Now, let me tell you, all of us know how to speak standard English because we watch movies, English movies, we watch English programs, we watch native speakers of English, but there is a big barrier of hesitation. A big barrier of hesitation, right? Just one sentence I'm going to give you and you've got to say it. And have you ever done any acting? Acting? Yeah? So you got to act. Learning or speaking a foreign language is more than acting, right? So you got to act and you got to say, can you come with me? Can you come with me? And you will feel that you are a star of a Hollywood movie. And in that movie, you have to say this sentence. All of you are the stars of a Hollywood movie, and your sentence is, can you come with me? Right? Let's see that. Let's start from here.
Can you come with me?
Okay.
Can you come with me?
Yeah, it's a Hollywood movie, not the Lollywood. So, all right? Yeah. Can you come with me? Feel it that you are in a Hollywood movie. There are English people around you, and you got to say, can you come with me? Can you come? Can
you come with me? Can you come with me? Can you come with me?
Okay.
Can you come with me?
Yeah, more drama, more action, and say, hey, can you come with me?
Hey, can you come with me? Can you come with me?
Good.
Can you come with me? Can you come with me?
Good.
Can you come with me? Can you come with me?
Good.
Can you come with me? 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 Can you come with me?
Okay.
Can you come with me?
Can you come with me? Can you come with me?
Can you come with me?
Good. Yes, next. Okay. Okay, next. Right. Okay.
Can you come with me? Can you come with me?
All right. See that? Now you had to fake it. It was not real. Right? So you had to fake it, and when you were saying, some of you were hesitating, some of you were thinking, what am I doing? Everybody says cat, and I'm saying cat, cat. I'll not speak this English. right? So there is a lot of resistance within you to speak correct language. If you can say this, can you come with me? There are so many sentences with k, why don't you pronounce them correctly, right? So remember one thing, the most important thing is your English pronunciation. Your personality, the way you talk, that shows others your personality. So you got to speak like that. Next, we've got spoken English grammar. Well, in the beginning you said first we need to perfect our grammar. Yes, it's important if you're going to become writer, if you're going to write articles and if we want to go to that level. But in order to speak English, you need to touch the grammar very lightly. Lightly means just learn the structures. Few structures which are commonly used into the language. That's it. You don't need to go into the depth of the grammar unless you are studying English academically. If you're studying English academically, then go into the depth. You are the student of MA English. You are the student of MA English language teaching, or you are doing some research, then you need to go in the depth of the grammar. But otherwise, you just know you should know the few rules, okay, in the present, in the past, in the future. We use these structures, and you can easily get the list of structures which are commonly used in English. Practice them, and there you are, you can easily speak the language. Listening and understanding, yeah, that's another thing. Now see, you got mobile. How many of you use Android? Or iOS, whatever, the other one? Okay, almost everybody, huh? Just few are not saying. What mobile phone do you use? No, it's not Android. Okay, fine, so you're still there. Anyways, so with the help of your mobile, or maybe if you're watching some videos, you can always improve your listening and understanding, right? Who was saying I watch movies and subtitle, right? Subtitle is a great source, and on YouTube also you can switch on the subtitle, then every video will have the subtitle and you can take help from there. For vocabulary, there are different things. We run a page, and on that page we also share vocabulary every day. There is a new word, pronunciation, spelling of the word and all that. So there is a video vocabulary we are sharing on our page. You can join that as well. I'll give you the link. Fluency. Fluency comes when you speak the language. You know, the opposite is you speak with pauses. You speak with breaks, or you think and then you make a sentence and then you utter that. Remember, speaking a language is total repetition. Speaking a language is total repetition. Can you tell me one thing? In Urdu, when did you use a new word of Urdu last? When did you use a new word of Urdu last? Now remember, yeah, maybe somewhere you found, maybe, yeah, maybe you learned a new word and then you used it. Otherwise, every day you are repeating. If it is Urdu, you are actually repeating the same words, same sentences, and then you know what? We have a set of sentences. Now what is set of sentences? You know which sentence to put next, which sentence to put next. Now for example, if I'm going to tell you where I was yesterday, I'll say, oh, yesterday I had a very difficult time. First of all, I went to my office. Whatever I'm saying, I'm not saying it for the first time. I've said that many times. I only am joining the sentences which I made already. So same is the case in English. Speak English as much as possible, and then the time will come you will be repeating your sentences. And when the time will come you'll be repeating your sentences, then you will not be thinking. What I'm speaking now, I'm not thinking. Why? Because I've spoken these sentences many times. So now I don't need to think. I just need to put up the sentences, put up the words, and there I am. Right? In the same way, if I ask you, what's your name? You will answer me immediately, my name is, and how are you? Even if you're not fine, the first answer comes, I'm fine. Why? Because you know to answer this thing. So in the same way, we call it spoken phrases. You can also Google spoken English phrases. There are sentences which are commonly used in English language. You can go through the end. These sentences will make your English natural. It's better if you write natural English phrases. Yes, there are so many phrases. Natural English phrases. Now, natural English phrases. If I say, I'm afraid, I'm afraid. Now you will look at the three words, I am afraid, and you will translate, and immediately your brain will give you a message. I'm afraid means I'm fearful, or I have a fear. But English people, they use this phrase whenever they want to refuse anyone politely. I'm afraid is a phrase which is used when you want to refuse anyone politely. For example, I'm afraid I cannot come to your house. I'm afraid I cannot meet you today. I'm afraid I cannot give you my mobile. I'm afraid means a polite way to refuse, right? So like this, there are many phrases. If you learn them, then you will have natural English. Otherwise, your English will be like, my heart is garden with happiness or with pleasure, right? Because when you construct the sentences, being a non-native speaker, you will think in Urdu, and you will construct sentences using the structure of Urdu language, right? So it's a good idea to learn these natural phrases. You can develop your speaking skills by speaking. Okay, I'm going to show you a video. Watch this video, and whatever the message you get out of that, you got to discuss it with the person sitting next to you. Let's make you the partners. You're the pair. You are one pair, you with him. No, you with him, right? And you there, and you're going to be there, right, with Moon, and you together, and you two, and you two, you're going to be with him, and you two, here two, and here two. Good. We got all even number, right? So watch this video. There is a hidden message. You got to find that hidden message, and then you got to discuss with each other. And one thing, when you are explaining, when you are talking, if you come across any problem, like you don't know how to say something in English, you can ask me, right? You can ask me, sir, how do we say this in English? And I will tell you. And by this, I want to prove also that your present knowledge of English, your present knowledge means English you know already. Your present knowledge of English is more than enough to speak good English. Okay? you got to discuss it now, please. You know, kindness and how to spread kindness, it goes from one to other and other and other and other. So discuss it with each other, please.
What you see. I'm
Okay.
just asking if I ask him how much I pay.
Okay.
This lecture.
All right.
Cost.
There is no payment thing, right? Is she talking? She's trying to?
She can, but
Yeah.
shine.
She's shying. Okay. Are you talking? Great. Good, good, good. So are you discussing? Great, great. Yeah, it's good. Okay, have you almost done? For the next activity, I'm going to shuffle you all. You'll not be where you are right away. You got to stand. One group will stand here, one will be there, one will be there, and all that. And then you got to discuss. There's going to be another video. You got to discuss that while standing. So there will be 4 members in one group. Right? Not like this. Let me tell you. I'm going to come to you one by one, and you will have to say one number and remember that. Okay? 1.
2.
You are number 2. You are number 1. 4. 1. Why 5? Huh? 1 again. Okay? Okay. 2, 3, 4. No, 2, 3. 3. After 2 we have 3, huh? Numbers. Okay. Next. After 3, 4. Okay. 3, 4. 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All number 1s, please come and stand here. Number 1. Number 1, please come and stand here. This is for number 1. You are number 3, right? Yeah. And all number 2s, please come and stand here. Number 2s will stand here. Stand together. You should go who is number 1. Number 2 here. And number 3, please come and stand here. Number 3, yes. Number 3. Okay. And number 4 will come and stand here. Number 4. Okay. What group are you? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Why there are just 3 members in 4? Are you all in 4? Okay. So make a small circle. Don't stand like this. I'm not punishing you. Make a small circle and introduce yourselves to each other. Right? Tell who you are, what do you do, and all that. First introduce yourselves, and then after that you have to give one group name in English. Give your group a name, an English name. It can be anything, whatever you want. But first your introduction. Please start. All English. Don't speak any Urdu. Group 1.
Light.
Let's try again. Group 1.
Light.
Group 3. Sleeping, huh? They thought I would come to group 2 and then group 3.
Socials are not social.
Okay, all right. So what's the new name?
Social engineers.
Okay, no problem. Group 1.
Light.
Group 2. Group 3.
Social engineers.
Group 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4. Okay, now I'm going to show you a video. This is about a father and his son. Watch this video and you need to find the hidden meaning from there. Don't discuss the video. Discuss the love of father, sacrifice of father, or whatever you understand. I don't want you to discuss the story you see in the video. Just discuss something else. I mean, what you feel. You got to discuss your feelings, right? So you can turn towards the screen.
How easy it is for us to forget what it was like when we were once family. The times we shared. How easy it is for us to forget how to love. How easy it is for us to forget how to smile. It's easy to forget. But it's even harder not to love.
Ma.
Going to invite one candidate and I'll be giving instructions in English and he or she has to follow all my instructions and let's see what is going to be that. So I need a volunteer. Who will come first? You? Okay. You want to come? Please you come. And then you can come also afterwards. Please come. Over here. The purpose is listening, right? Please stand here. Can you remove your glasses and put them there? Good. Now, it's listening. It's pure listening. You're going to promise that you're not going to open your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, all right? And you got to listen and follow everyone, right? And please talk one by one. I'm dropping this tissue paper here. Help him get this tissue paper from there. You can just say walk straight, a little right, a little left. Then you can say bend down, right? Like that. And you will not open your eyes, okay? Now please guide him.
Start walking, please. Towards there. Straight. Yeah.
Go straight.
And you got to stop him also.
Go straight. Go straight. 2 steps more. 2 steps more straight. 2 steps more straight. Don't turn right. 2 steps more straight. Okay, turn right.
Turn right. Turn right.
Okay.
Start walking.
Go straight. Go straight.
2 more steps. To your right, please.
To your right, please.
Yeah, right. That's
No.
fine.
That's right.
Start walking. One more step, please.
One more
Take
step.
one more step.
Okay.
One more step.
Turn left.
Stop. Sit down. Sit down.
Turn left.
Move your left hand, please. Left side, yes.
Great! Lovely, lovely. Very good. Thank you very much. Please go back. You can come next. Go there. Excellent, you know, he followed the instructions very well. You got to be there. Right, close your eyes and promise you will not open your eyes, right? Unless we're going to ask you to open them. Okay, now this time he's going to get this glass. Okay, I'm putting it here and he's going to get it. Yes, please.
Start walking, please. Start walking.
Start. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, he can't touch the table. He's not allowed to touch the table. No, you cannot touch the table. A little here. Okay, now. Okay, lovely, very good. Big hand for you. Thank you very much. Please go back. Good. Who will come? The third volunteer. Okay, please come. Now you know what is going to happen. Great. You can stand over here and the chair is there. Good. Close your eyes, don't open, and follow the instructions, right? Now what you guys are going to do, you're going to make him sit on this chair. Right? Yeah.
Okay, start walking, please. Yes.
Go.
Keep walking.
Slight left.
Much left.
Go. Left. Okay.
Now, go straight.
Keep walking. Right walking, no problem.
Keep walking.
Keep walking. Straight. Okay. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking.
Great, lovely. Okay, very good. Now see, when you're giving him the instructions, his eyes were closed and he had no other option. He was giving full attention to whoever was saying whatever. He was giving full attention to that, right? So that's the thing, whenever you listen to somebody, at times, you don't listen. You just, you look at the person and you pose that you are listening, but actually you are not listening, right? Let's see now. We'll have one more game. I need one volunteer from there, one volunteer from here. Okay, one volunteer here. Can you come and stand over here, please? And who will volunteer there? Okay, please, you can stand there. There is fine. Great. Now, he is going to say a sentence, and you got to find it out, what is he saying, and then you have to answer. Okay, for example, WHATISNAME.
What?
You have to answer. For example, if you say HOWAREYOUIAMFINE.
I have to
Spell, yes. You have to spell. Yeah, you have to spell. Okay? You will ask him the questions and he's going to spell like WHATISNAME.
SHAROZ.
Okay. You understand now? Please start. Yeah.
WHICHISYOUR
Excellent. Excellent.
FOOTBALL.
Now you ask him a question and he will answer. Why we punish you all the time, huh? Ask him a question.
WHEREFROM.
You're missing one word.
IAMFROM
Do you understand? What did he say?
Avon Town. I'm from
Okay, you picked a one town. All right. Now another question.
WHICHISYOUR
No. PLEASEREPEAT. Yeah.
IDITNOTGRTYOURANSWER.
FOOTBALL. He HEISNOTASKINGABOUTFOOTBALL.
HESAIDSPORT
SPORT. NO. NO. REPEAT. QUESTION. FORHIM.
IWAS.
Your spelling are very poor, huh? He doesn't know the spelling. Come on.
SMS generation, sir.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Just say that.
So, WHICHISYOUR FOVRITACTOR.
Do you actually understand what you said?
Yes.
Okay, good.
SHRUKHKHAN
GWD. BUPIDONOTLIKEHEHIM.
UNDERSTAND.
No.
ASKHIM. AGAIN. COMEON.
REPEAT. ISAID. THANKYOU.
WELCOME.
Okay, great. Very nice. Thank you. Please sit down. See, now you actually, see, when we were communicating like this, did you feel one thing? You were listening very, very carefully. Very, very carefully. Why? Because you had to understand. And you are doing it time and again so that I could understand what he is saying. So whenever you listen to anybody, listen like this. Especially English speakers, when you're listening to English speakers, listen to them very carefully, and then the next thing is imitate them. Imitate means copy. The way they are going to say something, you have to imitate them. Now, I'm going to come to you one by one, and you have to say hello in a different style. as compared to the person who said already. For example, hello, 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 right? In a different style. We'll start from there.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Everybody will try to make a different style.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good.
It was the only laugh.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay, now this time you're going to say, I'm fine, thank you, as if you were a cartoon. All right? You will pretend to be a cartoon. Hey, Mr. Duncan, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. What's up? You'll pretend like you are a cartoon. Who are you? All right, cartoons. We got so many cartoons around. So you got to say, I'm fine, thank you. The first cartoon will say. Come on, loudly. Come on, come on, come on. I'm fine, thank you. Say in cartoonic voice. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Something like that. Come on. Yes, please, you.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
I'm fine, thank you.
Maybe you can copy your favorite cartoon, Doraemon or Shizuka or whatever, or some other cartoon. Yes. Say, I'm fine, thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. Yes, please.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Good.
I am fine, thank you.
Good.
I am fine, thank you.
Great.
Fine, thank you. I am fine.
Loudly, loudly.
I am fine, thank you.
This is not a cartoon, huh? Which cartoon is it? Pakistani cartoon? Commander Safeguard. Okay. Yes, please.
Thank you.
Please.
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
Great, great.
I'm fine, thank you.
Please.
I am fine, thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, good.
I'm fine, thank you, ma'am.
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
I am fine, thank you.
Good.
I am fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, when you were doing this cartoonic voice, were you actually who you are? No. You were different. You were someone else. You were not actually what you are. In the same way, when you speak a non-native language, you are not what you are. You have to pretend. As you are pretending to be a cartoon, in the same way, when you speak English, you have to pretend to be an Englishman. मैं अंग्रेज हूँ, मेरे अंदर अंग्रेज की रूह आ गई है. And you have to pretend to be an Englishman, and then you're going to speak English, and then you know your accent, your pronunciation, things are going to be better. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, that's lovely. Let's have one last round of talk, and this time, very briefly and angrily, you are going to say, I will eat you raw. I will eat you raw. मैं आपको कच्चा खा जाऊंगा. And there should be full anger, you know, full anger when you are going to say that. Let's start from Mr. Akil. He's already looking hungry. Okay. Great. Excellent.
I will eat you raw.
Good.
I will eat you raw. I will eat you raw.
Oh,
I will eat you raw.
okay.
I will eat you raw.
Good.
I will eat you raw. I will eat you raw.
Ah, good.
I will eat you raw.
Okay, कैसे खाओगे भाई? ऐसे नहीं खाया जाएगा. Come on, try again.
I will eat you raw.
No, you can't eat me raw. Say again.
I will eat you raw.
Okay, just try to copy him.
I will eat you raw.
Oh,
I will eat you raw.
yeah, it's something like,
I will eat you raw.
oh my God, okay. He's scaring me.
I will eat you raw.
Great. Okay, come on.
I will eat you raw.
All right, he's gonna eat him.
I will eat
Oh my God. Okay, yes,
eat you raw.
great. Okay.
I will eat you raw. I will eat you raw.
No, बच्चे, अच्छे बच्चे ऐसा नहीं करते. You got to say it angrily. गुस्से से खड़े हो जाएं. Stand up, stand up. Good.
I will eat you raw.
Okay.
I will eat you raw.
Great.
I will eat you raw.
Oh,
I will eat you raw.
excellent. Okay. Okay, it's not gonna eat me. Please. Okay. Yes. Your turn, please. Okay. Great. Good. Yes, please. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Good job. Good job. Very nice. Now, enjoying? Yeah. Good. Very good. Now, let's see. Let's see whether you remember it or not. I will say 1 and then group 1 will say the name of the group wherever you are sitting. Then I'll say 2, then I'll say 3, then I'll say 4. 1. 1. 2. 4. 3. Okay, social engineers spoke on 4 as well. Okay, this is lovely. Now, I want you to think about your favorite animal. Animal, not the bird. Think about your favorite animal. Favorite animal. Thought it? And for this activity, I want you to stand up as well. Yeah. Think about your favorite animal. Have you thought? When I say go, for 10 seconds, you're going to produce the very sound of your favorite animal. For 10 seconds only. When I say go, then don't hesitate, okay? Did anybody think about donkey? We are going to have more fun, huh? Okay, so let's do it one by one. Yes, please. You thought about cat or you changed it now? Billi Asan hai. That's cheating. He thought Billi Asan hai, okay? Yes, please. Okay. What animal is it? Sure? Okay. And you got to guess. Okay. You have to guess which animal is that.
Meow.
All right.
Meow.
Billa. Do it again. Come on, do it again. Yeah? Meow, big billa, yeah. What animal is that? Goat.
I thought about pig, but I don't know how to voice.
Oh, you can't do that then.
I can't.
Come on, just do it. And you will guess what animal is it. Which animal is it?
Tiger.
Tiger. Okay, you have to tell then.
Elephant.
Again you say.
No.
Come on. All right. All right, cat. Okay. What is it? Lion.
So actually, my pet doesn't have any voice.
But just try.
Because rabbit doesn't have any voice.
Rabbit, but still it has some sort of,
Do the action.
Okay, yeah, you can do the action, please. Okay. What is it?
Cat.
It's a small cat. All right. Do it again.
Meow.
All right. It's a small, and it's a wet cat actually. There. Okay. All right. That's Dumba, huh? Okay.
That man is also social animal.
Okay, yes. That's Chatra, right. Okay. Okay. Lion, yeah? What is it? Meow. It's a laughing cat. Do it again? No, laughing cat. Okay.
Meow.
All right.
Same meow.
Same meow. Okay. Okay, listen. Once upon a time, a thief entered in somebody's house, and the man woke up. And the thief tried to save himself, and the thief said, meow. And the man said, kaun hai bhai? And then again, thief said second time, meow. And the man said, main pooch raha hu, kaun hai bhai? And the thief said third time, meow. And the man said, bhai kaun hai? And the thief said, billi. So maybe some of you are doing the same. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, please. Okay, it's a very peaceful cat. Meow. Good. Oh, great.
I thought about panda, but I don't know how.
How to say that? Okay. Again? Good. Okay, now for few seconds, all of you together produce the same sounds again. 1, 2, 3, go. Again. Again. All right, thank you. Sit down. Energy is in actions. If you're sitting and I'm talking, as in the beginning you might have thought it's a talking seminar. So it's not a talking seminar. You have to participate in the things as well. So remember the way joyfully you participated in different activities. In the same way, very joyfully try to teach yourselves English. I told you how, but in the same way joyfully, if there is excitement in your actions, if there is excitement in what you are doing, most definitely you are going to learn that. And if there is no excitement, I mean the way you are walking is like this, and the way you're talking is like that, and you are eating very slowly like this, it means there is no excitement. And believe me, when there is no excitement, you will not enjoy the life, and then you will attract same type of people. You will attract same type of things, right? So all you need to do, you need to attract good things. And as far as English language is concerned, you have to start your journey of learning English. Teach yourself English. We got some classes as well. Ms. Shumaila is going to tell about that, right? Yeah, hopefully if her volume is good, right? So that's all from my side. Over to her, and I would like to shake hands with all of you for your coming here. Thank you very much.
Nice meeting, sir.
Pleasure, pleasure. Thank you very much. And very nice cat, huh? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I will. Thank you. You participated very well, the closed eyes things. Thank you. Very good. Excellent. I found you very good. And thanks for coming, right?
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Mon. Okay, thank you very much. So nice of you. And thank you for acting and all that, right? Great. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you for becoming a child again. Yeah, thanks a lot. Pleasure. You guys came late, but I hope next time you'll come on time. And you did well. Yeah, good job. Thank you. Yeah, the laughing cat once again. So nice of you. Thanks for bringing your family along. I really appreciate that. A big hand for him, please. He came along with his family, and that's great. Thank you very much. Please sit down. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for Huh?
I will draw you.
You will eat me or know me? Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot for coming. Thank you very much. Okay. Over to you.